Hello everyone, my name is Kelly. I'm an addict in recovery. My clean date is 9/25/2011. I've been working with addicts for years, and it's all due to my dad who believed in me when I nor anyone else in my family believed in me. He connected me to my higher power and he inspired me to take the actions needed to change. This year my dad died due to coronavirus and it was devastating to me. I've been thinking of something I can do to contribute to save lives much more efficiently than I have, so I've created this channel to interview addicts about their lives, their struggles, and to share a part of my life with you in hopes that I can pass on the same to you that Dad has passed on to me. Not everything in life that gets better when we get clean, but recovery teaches us that we can make it through anything that happens as long as we stay in faith and continue to take the next steps forward. Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm here with Tammy. I'm just here to interview her basically on what her life and everything she's going through. Tammy is actually a person that's works for recovery, that's in recovery as well. And so I thought this would be a really good interview for somebody that that has that kind of experience, for people that are maybe part of this, that are in recovery, that work for recovery, and also not only that, but maybe people that might be interested in this one day. Anyways, Tammy, where basically did you grow up?
Hi, Carrie. I grew up in Jacksonville, North Carolina, otherwise Camp Lejeune on the base. Both my parents were in the service, and I got introduced to alcohol by my parents getting DUIs when I was 14, and I had to get my driver's license. So I had to get my license so that I could take them to and from work, and on the way home from work, we'd stop at the bar, and I'd have to do my homework sitting in the bar waiting for them to get ready to go home, and then drive them home, and then get up and do it all over again the next day.
Crazy experience because I come from a different environment, so it's always interesting hearing this kind of stuff, like these people's experiences and what they had been through, and to me, like, it almost sounds like unrealistic, because I mean, not like it's not happening, but at the same time, like, like you're starting for like a story, or like, just a movie or something like that. It's just really interesting. So Tammy, being a person that's in recovery, how is it like that, working for recovery?
Well, like I said, it's exhausting, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I've been in recovery for 8 years now. I was in active addiction, daily active addiction for 8 years.
Wow.
So it's been 8 and 8. I mean, I did dabble through high school and when I got married, and as I got a little bit older until I got cancer, I dabbled with street drugs. I don't know if you want me to say them, so I don't.
Oh yeah.
But when I came here, my experiences, they were good and bad. And I can honestly say that because I met some pretty cool people, so I thought at the time. But I did have an experience that kind of hit me back in the face just a couple weeks ago, that when I was first in addiction, I had somebody kick in my door and rob me by gunpoint, by holding a gun to my head. And never thought about it since then, or seen him since then, and ran into him just about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now maybe. Came into the recovery house where I work at part-time.
I mean, how did that make you feel?
The fear was real. Yeah. I shook, I cried, I took deep breaths, and I wasn't really sure how to handle what I was feeling. So I just had to sit there and think about it, and that was it was 14 years ago. And working in this field and staying in the neighborhood where I did all my dirt, I'm going to run into those people. But I never really thought about it until I ran into him.
So yeah, basically everything just came back up again, almost like maybe like underlying PTSD. Maybe. I mean, you said like you were talking earlier about your sleeping.
It was a fear that I didn't realize I was still holding.
Mm-hmm.
And when I actually sat him down across from me and I told him he was going to listen to what I had to say about that night and about how I felt when I realized who he was, a lot of things had closure.
Yeah.
because I don't sleep real well. I wake up every night about 3:30 in the morning. Well, that was the time I was robbed.
Yeah.
You know, and I never, over the years, even through the psychologist, and never put two and two together.
Wow.
So, but I've been sleeping now, so it's really kind of cool.
That's
in a way, it is kind of a good experience. I mean, is that person still going to?
That person is in recovery now. He has a month.
Mm.
You know, and I see him every day I'm at work.
Mm.
So he won't look at me straight in the face and comments, you know, doesn't know how I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I just tell him, you know, it's the past.
Mm-hmm.
If I lived by the past, or, you know, lived in the past, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And today I'm working in recovery, doing a job that I love. Not a lot of people know, but when I was in high school, I was a counselor's aide.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've always wanted to do, is help people.
Yeah.
And so I've come full circle, and I'm doing what I wanted to do and love what I do.
So, Tammy, what kind of advice would you have for somebody that is in recovery, that is wanting to be a part of, work for recovery, or people that are just interested about what this is?
If they're wanting to be part of the recovery and they're wanting to work in it, you can go about it two ways. You can do it with certifications through the state of Missouri, through the credentialing board, or you can go the long road and go get your alcohol and drug addiction counselor's license, go to college. I would say do the certifications and make sure that that's what you really want to do. It's a 5-hour class. If you're an addict in recovery, it's called a CPS, which is Certified Peer Specialist. If you're a family member that has been through it with somebody that's active in their addiction, it's called an MRSS. But that's the peer specialist side, and they also have a CREDOC, which is your clinical side, which is like your licensed counselors. But the peer work will tell you if you want to stay in this, if that's what you prefer to do or not. Because sometimes everybody thinks, oh, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do what she's doing, or I want to work in the recovery field. And then they try it and they don't like it. Because you got to have empathy, not sympathy. You know, you gotta take time to listen and understand the people and know where they're at. And because everybody's struggle is real, but everybody's struggle is different.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point to hit at, for sure. I mean, anyways, I just want to thank you very much for this opportunity for the recovery, or for this interview. And I want to thank everyone for watching.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, seriously. But anyways, thank you very much. Hope to see you guys all again.